game at Hartlepool. Paul, a hugely disappointing day.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you lose, of course it is, and we've probably had enough of them days to last us a lifetime this season. So yeah, it was disappointing, especially after the great result at Oxford. But 2 tough away games, and today we have to say that they played the conditions a lot better than us. I think in these games, as I said before the game, you have to manage the game from the side. We did our best from the side to manage the game, but the players have to manage the game as well in terms of understanding the conditions. I don't think we cleared our lines well enough, but we still had chances. I mean, we still created chances all the way to the end, but the goals were poor, the goals were conceded.
And the first one just sort of comes across your 6-yard box.
Yeah.
Nobody really takes control.
Well, that's right, and I spoke to the players there about leadership. So I'm talking about game management, you know, putting your name in it, whether it's the defender or our keeper. But it's been allowed to go through probably a distance of about 3 yards between Trev and our centre half. So the wind played a huge part in the game. I thought they dealt with it better, as I said there. It was tough when you know, balls were played forward and you were facing your own goal. We didn't do enough of that today. So even second half, we really did struggle to get out second half. But when we did actually get the ball into the strikers in the middle of the pitch, we caused them problems. But we just didn't do it enough, and we have to dust ourselves down and train well this week and go again at home.
Second goal, I mean, normally a cardinal sin, isn't it, to concede the goal?
Yeah. I mean, Matty's delivered the ball in, you know, and it's sort of sailed to the edge of the 18-yard box. We've got good numbers around the ball. I think Byron ended up with a strike, and then they broke on us. We've made a poor decision to try and win in front, and then, you know, they've gone through and scored. So they were poor goals. You know, I'm not taking anything away from Tranmere, but sorry, not Tranmere. I'm not taking anything away from Ronnie's team, but you know, they were poor goals on our behalf.
You've been very big since you've been here on application, design, work rate. Did you get that from your team today?
Oh yeah, I think I got that. Yeah, I just think we lacked know-how. I think the work rate was there. You know, we hit the bar on the post in the second half. If Kevs goes in, it's a different story. But you know, it wasn't a day where it was going to be a lot of quality. There wasn't an awful lot of quality in the game. It was about playing the game in the opposition's half, and I thought they'd done that better than us. When we actually did get it into dangerous areas around the box, we caused them problems. And you know, first half, you know, when Amari goes in the 18-yard box, you know, you want a trick and a finish, and we just lacked a little bit today. But it certainly wasn't effort or desire.
You put Byron on in the second half. I mean, obviously he's been in the news all week, and you put him on. But did he really have the impact that you were looking for?
I think sometimes it can be difficult going on to a game. Byron's an experienced player. I thought when we did get the ball in there into him, it caused problems. You know, he's somebody that you need to hit. You know, he's a big target man, and you need to use that. And I felt second half we needed that. We sort of lacked that a little bit up top because it was very hard to build attacks. It was very difficult, and so like I say, look, it's disappointing. You know, we had a brilliant week last week away at Oxford. We have to take this on the chin, and we have to move on quickly.
Is there a way back for Byron?
It's a way back for everybody. I wouldn't have put Byron on. I've said all along, you know, I've took the squad over. What is it now? 7 or 8 weeks ago. I've taken the squad over. I'm looking at the players. We've had a sequence of games where they've been pretty similar, and then today was a totally different game. Today was a game where we had to really roll our sleeves up. We had to play more forward balls. Like I say, I felt we struggled to clear our lines, and at times that put us under pressure. But we're learning all the time, but it certainly wasn't a lack of effort and desire. I thought we stayed in the game, but we cost ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot, and the boys will know that.
Does this change what you think you need to do in the window? What you've seen today?
Maybe, but it doesn't change the fact that, you know, that I'm dealing with the group of boys that I've inherited, and you know, I'm doing my very best I can with them. You know, myself, Rob, and the staff, we're doing our very best. Last week you saw us; it was a great weekend for us. This week's not such a great weekend, and I think, you know, again, I wasn't carried away with it last week. You know, we've been brought back down to earth today, but credit to them. Hartlepool, you know, deserved the win, and but no, we're disappointed. Of course we are. You know, we can play a lot better than that. and it'll be about this week being positive and going into the home game, trying to get 3 points at home.
More willing and dealing to do this week?
Maybe. I think, sometimes straight after the game it's difficult. I think leadership is one of the biggest things I want the boys to take on board. They're a very quiet group. I'm trying to look for leadership in terms of, when the game's going in a certain way, players need to take grip of the game. If a certain route today to goal was working, let's keep doing it. And then you see us do it once or twice, and then we change, and it's like, come on, chaps, we need some leadership in there. I've asked them for that, especially the back boys, because I think the back lads can see the whole game. Trev and the back boys can see the whole game in front of them, and I just felt today we invited a bit of pressure. But I really believe they played the conditions a lot better than us, and fair play to them.
If you can't find the leadership in the group you've got, are you going to try and bring it in?
It's hard. It's hard to find that leadership. We've got a lot of young players at the club, but then we've also got players who have played a lot of games, and I'm going to be calling on them to step forward and work out how to win games. When you're playing, when I played, you sort of knew fairly quickly what you was up against, and the conditions playing a big part in winter in England. They play a huge part, and today it was about doing the dogged side, it was about clearing your lines, it was about staying in the game. And I felt at half time, I said to the boys, look, you stay in the game, you do the basics right, we'll get something out of it. But when you go two behind, it's a desperate situation. But up to the 42nd minute, we defended the box well, we'd done our jobs, but we just sort of switched off for that one moment, and it was the difference in the end.
Is it a question of physicality? Do you feel you've got enough physicality in the team?
Yeah, I think we've got enough physicality. Yeah, I think we've, I thought that our two centre halves were solid, and I just think there's a bit in the game where you either play football like we've shown we can, or you clear your lines. And today we was caught in between. We didn't really clear our lines, give our strikers a real chance, and do the right things. But we're learning, and it's something to work on next week in training. And we'll be looking to give ourselves every chance of getting back to winning ways.
Thanks.
Cheers.